Now here we go, you guys. We have in fact loaded on to the Abyss once again. This is going to be our last match of the night. This is the Draft Labs tournament series. This is our last match of the first tournament series set, as a matter of fact. Or the first tournament series weekend, you could say, rather. We have Team Nihd taking over blue side, and we also have Ocarina's Clarity taking over red. Two very solid teams here, showed a good standing in their first match. And now they're coming back to try to even things up. This is only a 2-match set here, you guys. That Sona skin with the new Sona update looks really good, by the way, I gotta say. That one definitely takes the cake here for me. Now, 40 Drainer, he's the first one out of the gates here, but he's alone right now, and his team is being very slow behind him, so I gotta say, it's gonna be tough for me to really see him making too much from this kind of early advantage that is possible for him, and he's gonna sit back and he's just gonna give it up. Not a bad decision being made by him. Not a bad decision at all. Ooh, Mile High Life ends up snagging the snare, but ends up getting pulled shortly after. Doesn't have time to throw on the black shield quickly enough. That would have been a big trade in his favor if he had gotten the shield, but you know what? Nobody died. This is just like the last match, where Team Nihd actually had the healer. Just like the last match, if you're trading, even if it goes slightly in the enemy's favor but nobody dies, you're still going to come out on top because you have those consistent heals from Sona. You will be able to top yourself off, whereas Team Nihd do not have those heals, and they will not be able to get that health back. The damage sticks. You could say Parthenax, is he getting caught out here? No, he's not. His Mile High Life isn't able to land that bind. And now 40, ooh, there's a nice pull from onto Ukfe. The spell should end up being popped by Lux there, and he capitalized shortly after. Nice first blood, going over in favor of the Ezreal, exactly where you want it to go, either Ezreal or Jinx. Either way is fine. Ezreal, they both can capitalize on it. Ezreal's taking himself a blue build, as is the Blitzcrank here, Mighty Beard, going with that Blitzcrank build that I really don't like. I do not like the tier build on Blitzcrank. I have never been in a situation with Blitzcrank where I was just super mana hungry, you know, unless I'm just spamming the Q, unless I'm spamming a bunch of pulls that I don't hit, but I don't play Blitzcrank like that. And Nihd, as you mentioned, they have the damage advantage here in the early matches. They also have the poke advantage, heavy. Not too heavy of a poke advantage, but you have a poke advantage nonetheless, and they're going to be able to push out Ocarina's Clarity here fairly easily, push them back into their turret, but that's where the Sivir pick comes in. Sivir has the wave clear and has the defense, as does Majora's Mask. He's going to be able to contribute to that as well, so I think the Ryze pick is really a good one. It's on par with the Talon pick from the last match, but we're going to have to see how things go in order to find out whether or not there was a better one. I think right now Ryze was an excellent pick. The only other champion I feel as though could have replaced it would be possibly an Alistar, but Alistar would just not bring nearly as much damage as Ryze is going to bring in the late game. So you have the Sivir, you know you're going to make it into the late game because of her defensive capabilities. You bring in Ryze, somebody who's going to help you get it even later if you need to, and then also you have some more damage for the late game as well. Now Peanut Butter is getting taken down very low. They're going to be forced back. Peanut Butter also very low on mana here as well. Look, only a Frost Fang, whatever the heck it's called, coming out from Peanut Butter here, Frost Fang. That's not very much mana regen. Peanut Butter's definitely going to need some more than that. Doesn't have any mana pots left either. Nihd, yes, Team Nihd won the first round. Thank you for asking, Chaos. Big poke coming in from Team Nihd early, man. That's why we're seeing this kind of turtle coming out from Ocarina's Clarity. But they can do this. They have the sustain and they have the wave clear. This is kind of the perfect defending team. Now, I don't know if their counter engage is going to be too excellent. It's all going to depend on the pulls. They're kind of banking on Blitzcrank getting those pulls on the Ryze, but he might not fall for it. Peanut Butter is now reduced to very low mana. This is not a good build for Sona in this scenario. He should have seen this coming, where his team was going to be in the defending position for pretty much the entirety of the early game. Now that he doesn't have the heals, not only it affects the team globally. Ukfe Uya is not healthy enough to be able to move forward and actually clear out the waves fast enough, thus making the waves stay under the tower for longer, thus making Majora's Mask waste his own mana and possibly go forward to, you know, take more damage in order to disengage, thus allowing the enemy team to siege even longer, thus allowing the tower to go down faster. You know, this is a chain reaction when you take a Sona build like this that is going to get you within 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the match. Very big. Now he's not taking Clarity either. Keep that in mind. Clarity would have made this a lot different. Now, Mile High Life, still no Black Shield to his name. He's forced to flash out. That kill ends up going over in favor of Parthenax in the second, over in favor of 40 Drainer. make that 3 as Butterbrink picks up a double kill here. Very well done, Butterbrink. Oh, maybe one of those kills I was wrong. Didn't end up going to Parthenax, it went to Butterbrink. So, well played. 3 kills, one right after another, and this is going to be the first tower 5 minutes in. This quick win composition is being taken advantage of, and it's all because Sona had no mana. She was not able to... It's not all because of that, but it's a lot of it is because of that. You can see Peanut Bitter had the idea. The reason Peanut Bitter is still alive is because he had the idea that he was going to just be able to sit back and play safe because he had no mana. He wasn't going to make any sort of aggression. Wow, nice flash forward by Majora's Mask. Picks up an early kill for Sivir. Are they going to try to follow up on this? There's level 6s coming out from Team Nihd here, so this is a very dangerous scenario. We have a level 6 from Majora's, but he's taking a lot of damage. Level 6 from Peanut Bitter as well. We need to get Majora's, we need to get Ukfe and Mile High Life both to level 6. Now, they both have, finally, and there might be some sort of engagement. Blitzcrank snags a pull and takes out Sona right away. We can expect that Sona is going to be building into some more mana regen. As I was saying, they were under the tower, they were defending, Sona was out of mana, and Sona was thinking, okay, well, we're definitely not going to go in now. I'm definitely not going to go in now because I have no mana. And then the enemy team starts to make a jump after everybody's, you know, after one person ends up getting picked off, and Sona's just left to the back line saying, all right, screw this, I'm out, you know, I'm out, whatever. There's no way I'm going to be a part of this because I have no mana. I was never going to be a part of it from the beginning, so that's why we can assume Peanut Bitter was alive at the end of that fight rather than in the front engaging, trying to get damage off because he had no mana. Flash engage from Peanut Bitter right as soon as he comes back because he's going to force Parthenax out of his flash as well. Now Mighty Beard caught out and a lot of damage being dropped by Majora's Mask. Can they follow up here? Doesn't look like it's the case, but a decent counter engage from them. It's the chain reaction of being out of mana. Nobody really expects it to happen. Now Ukfe ends up getting caught out here. Gives that kill over to Lux. That was an easy kill. Far too easy. And now it's a 3 vs 4. Mighty Beard, plenty healthy, is going to be looking to make a comeback. Mile High Life only snags him on that tether. Doesn't end up getting the stun either. And that's 2 down here for Ocarina's Clarity. And this is Team Nihd's game right now, to be honest. They're taking a quick win composition, and they're winning quickly. This is exactly how it should be playing out for them. This is not, but they're playing against a competition that wants to go late, but they're not allowing it, and they're doing a really good job at that. Now, it could be even more severe. This lead for them could be even more severe if Mighty Beard was taking a different build on Blitzcrank and was hitting, wow, I was going to say hitting more pulls, but that was a good one there. Peanut Bitter getting blocked in, and he gets dropped down as well, so things are really going in Team Nihd's favor right now, and it's tough for me to think of what Ocarina's Clarity can do to bring this one back. They just need to turtle this out. They need to make good decisions on their items from here on out, and they need to turtle this out, and they need to wave clear. But Mile High Life gets locked in. Not good timing on that Black Shield there. Was not able to negate that ulti, but I was going to say almost made it out of there alive, but Butterbrink follows up with more AoE damage, and good follow-up there from the Jinx ultimate. Now, after all these little skirmishes, you know, I guarantee you the one thing Nihd are thinking right now is like, damn, I wish we had a Sona. So this is one thing that you could expect that can be taken advantage of by Ocarina's Clarity is the fact that they have no healer. If you keep on allowing them to kind of make these little skirmishes here, that was a nice ulti by Parthenax. Picks himself up another kill. If you keep on allowing them to make these little skirmishes, yet keeping them low, then you should be able to, like that kill, like that right there. Butterbrink getting stopped, not getting killed. Very important to do that. That's a good play by Majora's Mask there to not end up killing Butterbrink. So if you can keep them low, yet still allow them to keep on making these skirmishes, you can really reduce their momentum. You can bring back your momentum for one big ace and kind of build it up, get that one big ace, and then push it back to secure the, you know, evener in the game by taking down that first tower. Ooh, there's an early pull on the Mile High Life. Once again, is not able to Black Shield it. Looking for the ulti on 2. Butterbrink and Mighty Beard both going to get stunned out here. That's 2 down here in favor of Ocarina's Clarity. Make that 3. Lux is disengaging. 3 down, a 3-for-1 trade, and that's kind of exactly what they did. Now, I expected it to take more time in order for that plan that I had just mentioned to you guys to come to fruition, but these guys capitalized on it even sooner. They had the momentum, they had the items, they had the health, and Team Nihd did not, so they came back with one big ace. Question is, can they take this tower? Can they even things up here? It doesn't look like that's going to be the case, so they might have to wait for another round of momentum to come back in their favor because Team Nihd are coming back hot right now. It's 10-4 in terms of kills. Team Nihd are coming back with a big 2,000, just under 2,000 gold lead. Wow, look at that. Double global ultis, picking up an early kill on Morgana. They're going to be looking to follow up from this as well. Majora's Mask, he's getting slowed, he's getting stunned, he's getting killed. Now it's 2 down. The only two left are two that should... It's two important people that are left, though. So this is good. But Ukfe, that's poke that should not have been taken. Far too forward. There are no minions there to kill. And a max range E from Butterbrink is going to snag that kill. What an impressive E by Butta. And Butta snags them. Snags that kill pretty easily. I got to say that Ukfe Uya ended up walking into that one as well, unfortunately. So the spell shields here aren't necessarily being used well enough against the Blitzcrank, the defenses aren't being made well enough at the towers, and this is double AD, fast win composition. There's another snare. It is a kill. Mighty Beer doing a good job not to try to cast a Q onto that one. He knew 40 Drainer. This is the synergy between these guys on Team Nihd. Like I said, just like Villain. That shows that he knew he didn't need to throw out that pull there because she was going to die anyway to the ulti from 40 Drainer. Good call on his part, and there's team synergy right there. He just kept on attacking that tower, took it down even faster. So now 2 towers taken down here. There's a late pull onto Majora's Mask, gonna force his flash. An odd flash to be forced there. Another flash by Ukfe Uya, who almost got cut out by that zap right there. That one was really close. Heal coming out from Ukfe, gonna try to re-engage on the Parthenax, does end up doing so and does a good job at it, but Butterbrink was focusing down that inhibitor. Good decision making on his part, focuses it down with the main Sieger for his squad, while Parthenax is kind of poking out from the sidelines. Now another stun, or excuse me, pull onto Majora's Mask. He ends up getting taken down. Ulti by Butterbrink, man. These guys are coming out with such incredibly consistent damage. It's just always coming from all different angles. This double AD comp, this quick win comp is winning quick, and the other team is defending slowly. So now Peanut Bitter, he's going to get locked down as well. The spell shields are not being used well enough on the Sona. The spell shields are not being used well enough on the Sivir, and the defense in terms of the wave clear is not being used well enough by either Majora's Mask, nor Ukfe Uya. It's a big deficit here, and it's just individual misplay, strategical all the way around. Now here's a re-engage from Ukfe. They are going to be able to catch Mighty Beard out, but Ukfe runs right past him, ends up getting knocked up, and ends up getting dropped by the Lux ultimate. This is a Team Nihd that has many less items, much less items than what Ocarina's Clarity are bringing in right now. They're just simply overpowering them with consistent damage and team synergy. More kills, unstoppable for Lux. Parthenax moving forward, looking for another kill. This could be the game-winning push here, you guys, if they focus correctly. They are going to try to take down this first tower. We're only 11 minutes in, you guys. This is something that most people would call a stomp, but I'm gonna give my explanation as to why this is not a stomp once the game is over, because there is a specific reason why why one team is winning while one team is losing. Now Majora's Mask, can he snag something here? Is unable to do so. Follow up from Butterbrink, snags him another kill, man. This is 23-4. Now, it might be a stomp in terms of the kills. I can't necessarily go against that, but in terms of the timing of the game, it's definitely not a stomp, and I'm gonna go into that right now, you guys. We had 2 teams that came together. One of them was the counter to the other. You had the late game squad with good early game defense, which is excellent, whereas you have the good early game squad with poor late game defense. This was the first one with the late game squad with early game defense. That was Ocarina's Clarity on red, and then the early game squad with no late game great late game defense coming out from Team Nihd. Now Team Nihd, they heavily relied on an early game advantage, and it was given to them by Mighty Beard. He snagged a nice pull there, got his team the first blood. Now, and they ended up, I believe, getting second blood in that one as well. So they secured themselves the early game advantage with a double AD, fast push, fast win composition like the one we're seeing here from Team Nihd. If you give them that early lead and you allow them to start winning the game early, then games will end like this. This isn't some sort of stomp. This isn't some sort of outplay. This isn't some sort of, teams being on 2 different dimensions. It's just Team Nihd getting the opportunity to use their team for what it's made for, and that's winning quick, winning games in 12 minutes. So it's unfortunate that the defense, I gotta say that the early game strategies, or the early game advantages for Team Ocarina's Clarity were not utilized here early on in the game. They had the defense from this quick win composition. They had the wave clear from Sivir, Rise, as well as Morgana. They had the heals to sustain them through the poke damage that was coming out. The only problem was that there were so many little mishaps that were so easily identifiable. Sona going Sona going Ukfe Uya not focusing enough onto the minions. Majora's Mask wanting to go aggressive when he really should play defensive and trying to clear out turret waves. Also, Mile High Life not focusing those black steals onto Sona. Sona got pulled a few too many times in this match, considering how Sivir and Rise to two champions that kind of wanted to get pulled there. Wanted to either get that spell shield pop by Sivir, or Rise wanted to get that fight starting pull off. So overall here, it was both teams having capabilities to play against each other in a long, great match, but one team kind of giving the lead over to the other and allowing them to truly utilize their competition and not utilizing their own.